our pajamas. Y'all just don't know.
Right. Like it's just so convenient because you don't have to worry about the hair and makeup. Because I do my own makeup as well, so it's like once you get in front of the camera, you're like, do I have the ghost face? You know?
Yeah.
And it's just hilarious. This whole process has been hilarious for me.
It's working out well though.
Yeah, it is. It's actually the best I've been in the past 2 years. I finally got like a good thing rolling. That's why I like doing interviews to talk about the grind, because a lot of people feel like because you're not out there, they don't see you, that you're not working. But sometimes you have more behind the scene things going on, like you said about doing everything yourself. You have so much to do outside of just the social media part when your basis is just your business and you're the only one doing it, that people don't realize that is the grind. So I like talking to people about like what they went through to get to where they are and how their success took time versus you're not just gonna blow up overnight.
It takes time. You just have to keep your mind on the prize, your eye on the prize. It takes a long time. And it takes a long time for people. It's funny that the people around you, it takes the longest to understand your grind.
Yes. That is, it's funny you say that because my family is like, oh, Ma, I need some more cereal. And I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to do a photo shoot right now. Like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, I definitely understand that. And I found that there's more moms out here that's in the field. And when I first had my first son, it was fine. And then my second son, it was fine because I wasn't doing the magazine. But when we moved up here to Atlanta and I started like actually trying to get into it was terrible. Like I felt like a bad mom because my sister would always babysit or my niece would babysit, and I'm like, I'm out here in these clubs. I feel like I'm supposed to be having fun, but I'm really working. And then you go home, you're like, oh, I missed you guys.
Yeah.
But then as they get older, it's like they don't get it. They're like, Mom, can you take me here? I have to be somewhere at 2 o'clock, and you want me to take you where? Like, it's funny and it's cool, but like, how do you juggle that? How did you juggle being a mom and business owner for so long?
Well, because I'm self-employed, I kind of, basically really make my own hours. I did in the beginning parts of my business partner and I opening up the first salon. I was out of the home a lot. But my kids were a little bit older, to where, my daughter knew how to cook and, everybody would do what they're supposed to do because they know we're coming home or we're going to have fun by the time mommy does get home.
Right.
That was before when I first started really doing hair here in Atlanta, and, I was spending every check. We were having a good time, Yeah,
that is where most of your money goes, is building and having fun.
Yes. Because
you are away, so you want them to still feel the love and feel like they have a life outside of your job. But they don't get that that's what thrives, the money coming in.
But they get it now. I've never missed an awards. I've never missed a play. Like those things, I won't miss. And I work from early in the morning to late at night. But those things I'm not gonna miss. Now that they're both grown, they understand, and they can appreciate what I'm doing and what I have done. To move us from one spot to the next. So, I mean, while you're in it, nobody can see. But once you're on the other side, it's like, wow, Mom, you really did that. Like, you out here doing it. And I'm like, yes, thank you.
So are you originally from Atlanta or?
I'm not. I am actually a military brat. So New Jersey was the longest place we were stationed. So New Jersey is what I call my home.
Right.
I graduated, high school there, and that's what I call home.
So what brought you to Atlanta?
My parents are from Savannah.
Oh, okay.
So I have about 999 cousins out here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It was all migrated from Savannah
Right.
out here. And so when it was time for my husband to leave the service, we always vacationed here. So it was a toss up between here and San Antonio, Texas.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh,
either way, you would have been good on.
Because I really did like San Antonio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Texas is huge, so you would have just been booming out there. So you were just destined to have a good life.
Thank you.
Man, that's cool. So do you feel like being in Atlanta has helped you a lot as far as clients and support? Because I found, even in Florida, when I first started doing my magazine, I started here in Atlanta, and the way I was treated here versus back home where I'm from, it was way different, like two different things. Like I thrive more up here than I do in Florida. It's like up here everyone supports.
You thrive more here because there's so much positive energy, and everybody's. I can't go a day without meeting somebody who's on their own personal grind.
Right.
You know,
right.
You can kind of pull inspiration from everybody you meet, so you can like, okay, I can keep going.
Because everyone's had a story.
Yes.
Everyone, from what I've seen in Georgia, has been on a grind for like forever. And it's kind of cool to see some of the people that I worked with when I first started where they are now.
Right.
So I feel like maybe if I would have stayed here in Atlanta, my grind would have been.
This is your time right here.
Yeah. And I'm like, the Lord was like, you just was not patient enough. You didn't want to. And that's another thing that I was going to ask. Do you feel like having patience is key with being an entrepreneur? Because I found that me personally, in this journey, you have to have patience because I'm a little impatient. And sometimes I move quicker than what I'm supposed to, and it just takes me like a couple of, months back. It sets you back.
I'm very impatient as well. And this year, I don't know what it is about this particular year, but this year I said I'm going to take a step back and breathe for a minute before I start making all these new changes, new labels, new, everything. Let me sit back, and I find that the work still gets done, and it without you having to
rush,
muddle over it in your mind all day. Like just sit back, have a cup of tea, relax,
sip some tea, and get it done.
And I'm finding that it's still getting done, and I'm not missing stuff. You know what I mean? Because things would get done, and sometimes it would be haphazard. And I hate to say it, but like, man, I forgot XYZ or this, that, and the other. And now, like you said, I'm about 30 steps back.
Right.
Because I, messed up going through the process the first time.
Trying to rush and get it out there.
Yeah, but now I just breathe and relax, and it's still getting done.
And as far as the salon itself, are natural clients the only clients you take on, or do you do like other clients as far as hairstyles and different things?
Me personally, I do everything but braid because I do not like braiding at all.
Okay. But yeah, that's a task though. I started out doing micros in middle school, and it used to take me a whole day to do micros.
Are a braider.
Yeah.
No one does those anymore, I don't think.
I'm not a braider.
Oh, you're not?
No. That was just something because it was fun. I learned how to do it, and I got paid to do it.
It takes so long. That's one of my least favorite things to do.
Yes. But now they have crochet micros, so you can just
I'm here for that.
You can do the crochet and then micro the top. I wish that would have known about that a long time ago, because I would always like micro braid, and then I would still have the middle, so I would have to wear it in a ponytail because it just got
hidden secret. Y'all don't know it's not done.
It got too ridiculous. It was just too much. So the other thing is, I asked this a lot last night at the event I went to. What are 3 things that your grind consists of on a daily basis? What are 3 things that you do to ensure that your day is going to go the way it needs to go?
Number one, I get up every morning. I burn some sage and do a prayer.
Yes. Yes. That's I don't burn sage, but I do try to make tea or like meditate, and I do listen to the gospels in the morning to mentally prepare myself for the day. So I feel like I'm on the right track for 2019. And
because I do a lot of things with my hand, I absolutely sage both my hands before I leave the house.
What does sage do?
So sage is supposed to remove any bad energies out of your path.
I need some sage.
So I feel like I'm protected when I walk out, the door in the morning. And if I don't sage all day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to sage.
Where's all these people coming from? That's how I feel sometimes when I'm... Okay, I can't say that part. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
They might sue me. Oh, man. But yeah, I do that some days when I don't listen to the Gospels. I'm like, did I really just... So I'll take a minute on my break and I'll go sit in my car and meditate for a second.
So that's my one thing. And my second thing I'm trying to get better at is to be at the gym at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, that is a big goal.
So
I try to get up at least by 7 or 8 and to work out.
Like I feel like my day is already gone by 8 o'clock.
Right.
I'm like, man, it's 8 o'clock, and then I'm thinking, oh, I got to be at the shop. So 5:30 is really the only time for me to get up and get it.
And they say you're more productive in the mornings, so that's what I've been working on. But I do a lot of late nights, so it's kind of hard
to get up early in the morning.
And I feel like 7 and 8 is still late because you're like having to get in the mood of doing things and mentally prepare yourself for the task that you said you're going to do for that day. But sometimes I don't go to sleep till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm working on things.
I'm there with you.
And you still try to get up at 5:30?
I don't know what it is. I get up every morning between 3:23 and 3:35.
Oh my!
And that's totally exact. I'm like, I'll lay there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm awake. And then I was like, let me get my phone and see what time it is. And I'd be like, dang, there it is. Every day. No matter what time I lay my head down.
You know, that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Every day I was getting up between 3 and 3:30. Sometimes it'd be like 3:15. And I used to wonder why.
Like, why am I up?
Yeah. And I was like, I went to sleep on time. Did I go to sleep too early? So
someone told me that those were my angel numbers, my hours to get up. And
see, I heard the opposite. I heard that's when the devil works the most.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's funny. I wasn't going to say that because the simple fact that, a lot of people are like, oh, she's creepy. But, yeah, since you said that, and I used to wonder, I used to pray and, okay, so don't let him get me. It's like, I know I'm on the right track. And, they say you get the most things coming at you when you're on the right path and when you're doing good.
Yes.
So I just took it in stride. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm not with this today. It's 3:05.
I gotta get some sleep.
Right. And I'll just go back to sleep. But when I first started having it, I used to be like, oh my God, where are you?
I've never heard that. Okay, now I'm gonna have to look and be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up both after this because I'm really into stuff like that. Some people aren't. Right. But for those that are, Google it.
Let us know.
Yeah,
what we're supposed to be doing.
I'm gonna post this up on YouTube, so put it under the comments. 'Cause I definitely want to know. I like to know things because we are in an era where people don't believe in our real religion, or they say what we grew up on was definitely a hoax.
Yeah.
Which I don't believe that because I feel like I'm a living testimony to how prayer changes things.
Yes.
Because I was on a bad path.
Mm-hmm.
Even trying to be good, right. I still was led astray.
Like I'm almost walking straight, but I got a little lean to me.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize all the crazy things I did until I got older. Like throughout life, I just thought it was normal, and then as I got older and I look back, I'm like, why did I do half the things I did? So, I feel like it came with prayer, like for understanding and stuff like that. So I definitely believe that prayer changes things, and your positive energy is what gets you further, in life, period. Because you attract what you want. And I definitely believe in manifestation. So I've been working on that like a whole year. I feel like I manifested this moment in time, and I'd like to talk to people, and that's why I like to do interviews and talk to people one-on-one, because you gain so much knowledge from everyone about their testimonies. It's like everyone have similar, but it's not the same. So you could take unique. You could take from different individuals, especially on how to handle certain situations. And then like some of the stuff you talked about earlier, it's like I've been through it. It's not the same grind, but I still went through it, and it just reassured me that I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to fall off, but we just have to keep getting up and working on your craft. You have to try to not really master it, because you're never going to really master your craft, because it's always things to learn,
but just keep evolving with it.
Exactly.
This is important. You're not, like you said, you're not going to master it, but as long as you keep evolving as it goes, and as the trends change, and as
do you find yourself trying to stick with the changing of the trends, or do you just incorporate it into your everyday life?
I just incorporate it, because they change so quickly. I incorporate what I can, what can add to my table, my plate, or whatever.
Right. And that's good, because like I feel like a lot of people, they feel like they have to do what's trending all the time, and that takes away from you as a person. And I found myself doing it last year, that you try to coexist with what's already out there, and you lose yourself.
Because some things aren't for you. Every trend is not for you. So-and-so's doing it. Girl, you look great doing that. I'm going to clap and everything, but that's not for me,
Right.
So you have to kind of, like you said, just back up. Like my whole thing this year is back up. Just back up, take a breath, and kind of see, what you want to do. Because you'll find yourself all on the other side of your business trying to find trends, follow the trends and not following your original path. So I only take up the things that are aligned with
what you already have going on.
Yeah. That's important.
Well, one last thing before we finish the interview, because of course you're moving to a new building. How did that come about?
Well, our lease is almost up here, and it's just, we've been in business together 12 years. So the first salon we had was called Salon Indigo, and we were there for 7 years, and it was like the beginning. The first salon, it was beautiful, because my business partner, she has a hand in painting and doing everything.
Yes.
It was beautiful. It looked like you were under the sea in that blue salon.
Oh,
and now we moved here, and this is Curl Up and Dye. We changed the name, and we changed the inside each time we move.
Okay.
And now we look like a boutique, like a boutique salon, with the green and the black and
I love the mirrors.
Thank you. Now the new salon, I can't tell you guys the name of it yet, but it's going to be awesome. It's a culmination of each move for us is like a new stepping stone. Like we've evolved. You know what I mean? From each spot we've evolved and bettered ourselves in some way, and we just want to show that in the atmosphere, And then the clients really really like it, you know, like, oh man, y'all did this and now you're doing that, and they can kind of see
the growth.
Yeah.
So do you take on new clients? How does your system work? What is the setup for the salon?
Basically, we always take new clients. We even though everyone in here has a stable clientele, we still grind.
Right.
So
right.
we take new clients. You can walk in, you can call, you can, you know, have a consultation. We have an excellent braider here named Wanda. She is the bomb. We call her the kid whisperer because all the little girls love Miss Wanda.
Well, that's good. You gotta have one of those. Because I took my niece to get her hair did before, and she was doing good at the wash, but after that she was like,
oh no.
So yeah,
she
gotta have
really, really good.
You have to have a kid whisperer in every salon.
And my business partner, she her name's Veronica Hawkins. She does amazing things with short hair. That's her thing. Short hair. She loves it, and everybody looks fantastic.
So it's something for everyone in the salon.
Yes.
Are you thinking about merging with doing nails?
No. It's just the smell, and you know, it's a whole lot of
other things
licensing
going on with
and stuff you gotta do. You gotta have the ventilation going up so we don't pass out in here from the acrylic and stuff.
Yeah,
so
okay.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
Right, that you have to open up.
Yeah.
On top of two other things you're doing. Well, I've enjoyed this. I really appreciate you taking time out. I'm not gonna hold up your day. I know you have a lot of work to do.
This is awesome.
But for all my listeners out there, can you tell them again how they can get your product, how they can follow you on all social media platforms?
Again, this is Kiwanda from Kava Skincare, and the webpage is www.kava, skincare.com. And all social media, Kava Skincare.
You're going to hear a lot of bloopers on this interview.